Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome to the course of Art of Leadership and Motivation, HRM 760. Today is lecture number 1, and I'm your instructor, Professor Dr. Mohammad Majid Mahmood. Now, before we move on towards our topic of discussion, let's have my brief introduction. My full name is Professor Dr. Mohammad Majid Mahmood, as you can see on the slide. I have 23 years of experience, and I've written about 27 research articles published in international and national research journals. I'm teaching in different universities like public and private sector of Pakistan, and at the same time I'm a member of different professional associations in Pakistan and abroad. I also served as a Canadian Academic Board member in Pakistan, and then I'm involved in research in the area of management sciences, human resource management, and particularly relevant to attitude and behavior. Now we move on to our topic of discussion today, and that is like art of leadership and motivation. So before we start our formal discussion, let's have a quick look at this wonderful poem. Watch your dreams, they become thoughts. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become the character. And watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Now, आपके ज़हन में क्या आता है when you look at this poem? As a student, as a professional, as a teacher, whether you're working or not working. So what comes in your mind when you look at this poem? When you look at the right side of this poem, the right words, dreams are converting into thoughts. And thoughts are converting into words, and words into actions, actions into habits, habits into character, and character into destiny. Now what does it mean? What do we learn from this poem? We learn one basic thing, कि हमें अपनी dreams को, अपनी thinking को, अपनी thoughts को right track पे रखना है. अपनी थिंकिंग को, अपनी थॉट्स को, अपनी ड्रीम्स को मामूली मत समझें, क्योंकि यही ड्रीम्स और यही थॉट्स हमारा करैक्टर बनती हैं, हमारा हैबिट्स बनती हैं, हमारी डेस्टिनी में जाती हैं, और यही चीज़ हमें रिप्रेजेंट करती है इस दुनिया में और इस दुनिया से बाद, लाइफ आफ्टर डेथ. सो एज ए मुस्लिम हमारा एक ईमान है कि हमें राइट ट्रैक पे इस्लामिक बाउंड्रीज के अंदर रहते हुए हर काम करना है. एंड दिस इज़ अ वंडरफुल पोएम. मैं सर्चिंग कर रहा था नेट पे तो मुझे मिली, और मैंने कहा कि व्हाई नॉट आप सबके साथ इस पोएम को शेयर किया जाए. नाउ लेट्स हैव ए क्विक लुक एट द कोर्स. This course on art of leadership and motivation uses a unique three-pronged approach: theory, application, and skill development to make key concepts relevant to today's students. Now, this is really very important that first of all, we should be clear about the theoretical concepts. What are the various theories relevant to leadership, relevant to motivation in the world? So we need to look at this course from three angles. And the first one is from theoretical point of view. So I will help you to understand various theoretical concepts. So we'll talk about the history, we talk about the past, we'll talk about the present, and we'll also talk about the future of leadership and motivation. How leadership started and what are the major, phases of leadership, and then of course how leaders lead, things like that. And then we will also talk about motivation, what it is and how we can motivate people. And then application. I always say one thing: theory without application is of no use. So application is equally important. So whatever we discuss in theory, we will be talking about the practical reality. Whatever is going on in the world, whatever is going on in the business world of Pakistan, whatever is going on in the developing countries, and of course in advanced countries. So theory, and then of course its application. So how we are implementing theory in different sectors of business all over the world. And very important area we will be discussing during this course is of skill development. Two things are very important when we talk about how an organization works. We have the input, we have the process, and then we have the output. I'll repeat: input, process, output. Now, when we talk about skill development, where is that skill development going on? When we talk about input, we input different resources, and there are 4 kinds of resources: human resource, financial resource, physical resource, and information resource. So there are 4 kinds of resources. So we input these resources. Now human resource means all the persons who are working for the organization at any level. They are called human resources. It includes the employees and employers as well. Then we talk about financial resources, money, capital. जो आप पैसा लगाते हैं बिजनेस में, अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, of course you need to pay the salaries to your people, you need to provide them facilities, things like that. So financial resources are required. And then physical resources. We need a land, we need a building, we need equipment, we need machinery, we need computers, we need these lights, we need this table, chair, things like that. If we talk about WAPDA, we need water to make electricity. So physical resources, and then we talk about information resources. Now information resources means what? It means television, radio, internet, newspaper, magazines. So these are called the information resources. So with the help of these resources, we are getting information. So we input all these 4 resources: human, financial, physical, and information. So we input these resources, we process it, and then we move towards achieving our targets. Results or targets are called the output. Now, जो हमने डिस्कशन शुरू की थी स्किल डेवलपमेंट से, so in order to get that desired result, we put in a lot of efforts. We put in smart efforts. And you know, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So we need to have SMART objectives. So in order to achieve our desired target or output, we put in our SMART efforts. And when we put in our SMART efforts, we have a positive outcome. And that outcome is called, positive outcome is called skill development. जब आप अपने टारगेट्स को, रिजल्ट्स को अचीव करने के लिए आप मेहनत करते हैं, तो डेफिनेटली उसका जो रिजल्ट है कि देयर इज स्किल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज. सो 3-pronged अप्रोच होगी इस कोर्स में, starting from theory, moving towards application, and then skill development. And the purpose is to make key concepts relevant to today's students. So we will be talking about today's and issues. We'll be talking about the challenges as well. The course combines traditional theory with cutting-edge today's leadership issues and motivational challenges that focuses on key elements. So we'll be talking about, of course, the major issues relevant to leadership and motivation, and of course the contemporary challenges of both areas, leadership and motivation. The course also includes culture, ethics, diversity, strategic leadership, motivation and its theories, and change management. So we will be discussing many areas. That also includes these areas I just talked about. So culture is really very important when we talk about leadership, when we talk about motivation. So if we do not understand the culture, we cannot have good leaders. We cannot, motivate people. So in order to lead people and in order to motivate people, we should understand the culture of the organization. We should be able to understand the culture of that country, culture of that area. So this is a prerequisite. Ethics, our values, what is right, what is wrong. So we'll be talking about ethical and unethical practices with reference to leadership and motivation in this course. And then workforce diversity. Now पहले होता था कि एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर in most cases majority लोग एक ही एरिया से काम करते थे. Like for example, अगर हम पंजाब की एग्जांपल लेते हैं, तो जो पाकिस्तान का सूबा पंजाब है, इसमें अगर एक ऑफिस है फॉर एग्जांपल लाहौर में, तो उस ऑफिस में ज़्यादातर जो लोग जॉब कर रहे होते थे, मुख्तलिफ ड्यूटीज़ परफॉर्म कर रहे, most of them they belong to Punjab. But now when we look at the same office in Lahore, तो हमें जानकर बड़ी खुशी होगी कि पाकिस्तान के तमाम प्रोविंसेस से पंजाब, सिंध, बलूचिस्तान एंड खैबर पख्तूनख्वा और इसके अलावा गिलगित, बल्तिस्तान और कश्मीर के इलाकों से भी, तो पूरे पाकिस्तान से लोग, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम लाहौर की बात कर रहे हैं फॉर इंस्टेंस, तो एक ऑफिस में मुख्तलिफ एरियाज, सो पीपल फ्रॉम different areas of Pakistan are working in the same office, having different cultures and in some cases different religions, different backgrounds with different values. So when all those people from different areas, different cultures, different backgrounds working in the same organization, that is called a highly diversified workforce. And we can do wonders with the help of a diversified workforce. How? Because when people from the same area work in an organization, there is less creativity. But when people from different cultures, different areas working in the in the same organization, there is more creativity, there is more innovation. Because people with different ideas, different backgrounds, they have their wonderful opinions. They do brainstorming and they come up with wonderful ideas. And that is good for an organization. And then we will be talking about strategic leadership. Of course, we need to have a look at leadership from strategic point of view. And then we'll be talking about motivation and its various theories. What is motivation, how we motivate people, and then of course how to design a motivating environment, and how different theories of motivation can help us. And of course, one very important area with reference to leadership and motivation is of change management. So we will be talking about change management. So in this change management, we will talk about why people resist change. So without positive changes, we cannot move forward. But it is a general observation that whenever we bring in any change, people resist. So in change management, we will talk about what are the different types of changes one organization should have, and then how to minimize resistance to change. So these are the areas we will be discussing in this course. Further, in this course of leadership and motivation, we'll talk about, like it says that, packed with real world examples. The course illustrates how successful leaders have dealt with challenges, as well as provide students with step-by-step guidelines for effectively handling leadership functions. So in this course, we will be talking about real-world examples. So we will discuss the real issues, and inshallah, we will be talking about the solutions as well. So this is a wonderful course, because I believe that without leadership and without motivation, none of the organization can compete in the market. So whether we talk about the public sector, whether we talk about the private sector, whether we talk about the NGO sector, anywhere in the world, we cannot ignore the importance of leadership and motivation. जैसे हमने पहले बात की कि there are 4 types of resources: human resource, financial resource, physical resource, and information resource. And out of these 4 resources, which is the most important one? Of course, human resource. So we will be talking about human resource more. And in human resource, of course, leadership and motivation has a vital role. Numerous skill building exercises we will do in this course, and skills included in this course would help students to immediately apply to their personal and professional lives. So with the help of this course, you can of course do well in your exams. You will have a wonderful learning, and then you can apply the learning not only in your academic or professional lives. You can apply the learning from this course in your personal lives as well. So this course not only helpful in your academic and professional development, it also helps you improve your personal life. Now talking about the learning objectives. Upon completion of this course, students should be able to explore questions such as, who are you as a leader? Now this course will help us understand who I am, who are you. Now who are you means that your self-analysis, your strengths and weaknesses. Have you ever done your self-analysis? In most cases, no. Most people, they never think about it. So time has come that कि अभी हमने अपना self-analysis करना है. And this course can help us. What do you want to accomplish? Now this is another question. With the help of this course, we will try to explore the answer. That what you want to achieve in your life, in your personal life, in your academic life, and of course in your professional career. What are your targets? What you really want to achieve? What really motivates you? We will be talking in this course and we will try to find the answers. What issues are you passionate about? What you really like to do? So we will be talking about the passions, how people motivate themselves. So how our emotions can help us motivate. And what is your personal leadership definition? Or आपने leadership को, how you define yourself in your own words. We will be talking about these areas in this course. So these are the learning objectives. Next is, after completion of this course, student should be able to understand and conceptually be able to discuss traditional and emerging leadership theories. Very important. We'll be talking about traditional theories of leadership. At the same time, we'll be talking about the current theories of leadership in this course. And inshallah, we all will be able to learn a lot from this course, particularly regarding leadership and motivation. After completion of this course, students will critically analyze past and current leadership experiences. जैसे हमने पहले डिस्कस किया कि in this course we will be talking about the past and we'll be talking about the present and we will forecast about the future as well. Now we will critically analyze in this course past and current leadership experiences. Like पास्ट में हमारे कौन कौन से लीडर्स हैं, उन्होंने क्या क्या उनकी अचीवमेंट्स थी, क्या उनकी सक्सेसेस थी, उनके क्या फेलियर्स थे, उनकी सक्सेस के क्या सीक्रेट्स थे और उनकी फेलियर्स की क्या रूट कॉजेस थी. We will talk about that as well. And then at present, इस वक्त दुनिया में कौन कौन से मेजर लीडर्स हैं, we will talk about them as well and their experiences. वो हम डिस्कस करेंगे. And finally, apply leadership theory to practice to enhance leadership skills, experience and knowledge. तो of course हम कोशिश करेंगे इस कोर्स में कि हम अपनी लीडरशिप स्किल्स को डेवलप करें, अपने एक्सपीरियंस और नॉलेज को हम इन्हांस करें विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस कोर्स ऑफ लीडरशिप एंड मोटिवेशन. Now let's have a brief discussion on the relationship of leadership and motivation. Now what comes in your mind जब आप ये सोचते हैं कि there is a leader and there is motivation. So on one side we have a leader, on the other side we have motivation. So what is the relationship Okay, let us assume कि क्या एक पर्सन लीडर हो सकता है विदाउट मोटिवेशन? Not possible. So leadership and motivation, they are highly interrelated. Now, without motivation, I would say that without motivation, we cannot have the true leaders. Now, the ideal leaders, the true leaders, they are fully motivated. If a leader is not motivated, how he or she can motivate his followers? Now, this is a big question mark. So you do your self-analysis as a leader. You strengthen your, skills and abilities, and you try to overcome your weaknesses. Like people who do their self-analysis, who focus on improvement, they are self-motivated. And people who do not analyze their self, who do not focus on improving their skills, who do not want to minimize their weaknesses or overcome their weaknesses, they are demotivated. So it is a prerequisite. If you want to become a leader, you should be motivated first. And this will lead you towards becoming a wonderful leader. Human resources are the most important asset of any organization. This is, I believe that everybody knows. Like earlier, we talked about 4 types of resources: human, financial, physical, and information. We talked about 4 resources, and out of those 4 resources, human resource is the most important asset of any organization. अगर हम मुख्तलिफ एराज की बात करते हैं, तो जो दुनिया में जो फर्स्ट एरा की जब हम बात करते हैं, तो दैट वाज द प्रोडक्शन एरा. Organizations, manufacturers, they focus more on improving the production of various products, because they believe that the more they produce, the more they can make money. After the production era, when competition started a little bit, organizations, manufacturers, they focus more on sales, and that was called selling era. So they were of the view that organizations having the best sales force, they can capture the largest market share. And after selling era, we have seen the marketing era. Now, marketing era means that satisfying the needs and wants of the target market. That is called marketing era. And then after marketing era, at present, we have the societal marketing era. It means satisfying needs and wants of the target market, and at the same time doing something for the welfare of the society. So without welfare of society, we can never satisfy the needs and wants of our target market. That is what societal marketing era is. So customers उन products को prefer करेंगे जो मैन्युफैक्चरर्स जब उनकी सोसाइटी के लिए, उनकी कम्युनिटी के लिए, ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए कुछ बेहतरी करेंगे. सो दिस इज रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So in order to satisfy our target market, and in order to do welfare of the society, human brain can help us here, because human brain, we also call it the intellectual capital. So human brain manages all the other three resources: financial, physical, and information. So when we talk about the significance of human resources, we talk about intellectual capital. So इस वक्त जब हम देखते हैं डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज लाइक पाकिस्तान, तो लाइक अगर आप देखें कि फॉर एग्जांपल PTCL, पाकिस्तान टेलीकम्युनिकेशन कंपनी लिमिटेड, जिसको शुरू में इसका नाम था लाइक बिगनिंग में TNT, टेलीफोन एंड टेलीग्राफ. So there was no HR department, but now we have a strong HRM, human resource department in PTCL. At the same time, we have other good organizations in Pakistan. So they have initiated and they have started their HR departments, So normally in public sector of Pakistan, normally we have the administration department that also performs the functions of HR department. But of course, this is not accurate. Separate HR department is required, or better I would say that mandatory, because without having an appropriate HR department, we can of course never achieve our objectives. So that also shows the significance of HR, because in advanced countries, they have already developed their HR departments, and that manages other resources. And when we talk about HRM functions, human resource management functions, the major functions of HR are human resource planning. Then we talk about recruitment and selection, training and development, compensation management, performance management, employee management relations, work ethics, safety, things like that. So all these areas are called the functions of HRM. So now you see that how important this HR is in any organization. So that shows the real significance of HR, and that is why we say that HR the most important asset of any organization in the world. Now talking about HR, questioning mind is really very important. When we talk about our employees, if our employees, they have a good questioning mind, that lead us toward creativity and innovation. Let us assume that कि एक ऑफिस मीटिंग हो रही है, और ऑफिस मीटिंग में we have the agenda, जो एजेंडा होता है, जो आप ने पॉइंट्स डिस्कस करने हैं उस मीटिंग में, तो उसको हम एजेंडा कहते हैं, और जो पॉइंट्स होते हैं उसको हम एजेंडा आइटम्स कहते हैं. और उस मीटिंग में जब तमाम लोग जो भी डिस्कशन करते हैं, तो उसके ऊपर मिनट्स लिखे जाते हैं, मिनट्स ऑफ द मीटिंग, मीनिंग दैट कि उस मीटिंग के अंदर जो कुछ भी डिस्कस किया गया उसको इन राइटिंग लेके आया जाता है, और मिनट्स जो है वो कॉम्पिटेंट अथॉरिटी को भिजवाए जाते हैं, जो चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव है उसको भिजवाए जाते हैं इन मोस्ट केसेस, और वहाँ से अप्रूवल के बाद वो मिनट्स जो हैं वो डिसीजंस में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं. Let us move towards the reality. What is going on in reality in developing countries like Pakistan? आप सोचिएगा कि अगर आप जॉब कर रहे हैं, आपके पेरेंट्स जॉब कर रहे हैं, आपके गार्डियंस जॉब कर रहे हैं, आपके एल्डर्स जॉब कर रहे हैं, आप उनसे डिस्कस कीजिएगा कि अगर आप खुद जॉब कर रहे हैं तो आपको मालूम होगा यकीनन कि ऑफिस मीटिंग में कितने लोग पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, कितने लोग क्वेश्चन करते हैं, कितने लोग अपना इनपुट देते हैं और कितने नहीं देते हैं. Now this is something which is out of books. Theory says that okay, these are the ideal practices. But when we talk about the reality is most of the meeting participants do not participate. Yes, they come, they sign, they mark their attendance. But that is only the physical presence. But what about their participation? So it is a normal observation, particularly in the public sector of Pakistan, कि मीटिंग में जो लोग आते हैं, participants हैं, they sit and listen, but majority of the people do not contribute. So how this is possible? If like 50 लोग मीटिंग में बैठे हैं और सिर्फ 5-7 लोग उसमें बात कर रहे हैं, what about the remaining 43 persons? So यहाँ पे एक बात मैं शेयर करना चाहूँगा कि you are not only responsible for what you say, you are also responsible for what you do not say. तो ये कैसे मुमकिन है कि आप कोई बात भी ना करें, आप कोई क्वेश्चन भी ना करें, आप अपना कोई पॉइंट रेज भी ना करें, आप अपना इनपुट भी ना दें और बेहतरी हो जाए. If we keep on doing same things every day, we will keep on getting same results every time. So पाकिस्तान में बेहतरी के लिए, अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बेहतरी के लिए, we must ask questions. Know yourself. Before you lead others, you should know your strengths and weaknesses. आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कि आपकी स्ट्रेंथ्स क्या हैं, आपकी वीकनेसेस क्या हैं. तो हम में से कितने लोग हैं जो आईना देखना पसंद करते हैं? आईना मीन्स कि अपनी स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेसेस को देखना. स्ट्रेंथ्स में आई एम श्योर कि मोस्टली हम बात करते हैं अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स की. हमने अपना सीवी बनाया हुआ है, रेज्यूमे बनाया हुआ है, उसमें हमने एक लंबी चौड़ी डिटेल दी हुई है अपनी स्ट्रेंथ्स की. बट व्हाट अबाउट द एरियाज फॉर इंप्रूवमेंट? हैव यू एवर थॉट अबाउट इट? सो दूसरों को लीड करने से पहले आप अपने आप को देख लें कि वेयर यू स्टैंड, आपकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, आपकी वीकनेस क्या है. स्ट्रेंथ्स को मजीद आप एक्सपेंड करें, मजीद स्ट्रेंथन करें, और जो वीकनेसेस हैं उनको आप मैनेज करने के लिए कोशिश करें, उसको ओवरकम करने की कोशिश करें, तभी आप एक लीडर बन सकते हैं. एजुकेट एंड ट्रेन योरसेल्फ. Education is a wonderful thing. So people, who link education with only getting a job, they are highly mistaken, because education makes you a better person. Education, improves your personality. Education helps you to become a better parent. Education helps you to become a better brother, better sister. So not only as a good family member, we become a good citizen of Pakistan if we are highly educated. And of course, one more purpose is to get a good job. So we should educate and train ourselves. Now training means learning existing job skill requirement. And training is an ongoing process. So we should keep on getting trainings. We should keep on improving our skills and abilities. And how this is possible without education and training? So we need to keep on updating our knowledge. We need to keep on improving our skills. And this is only possible with the help of education and training. And this is something which is ongoing. Be clear about your values. Now, people have different value systems. Some people, they give value to financial rewards. Some people, they give value to non-financial rewards. Now, we need to be clear about our values. And here I would advise that we need to focus on quality. And once you are able to deliver the best quality in the market, it increases, it strengthens the repute of your organization. And it also increases the repute as a leader. And then reflect what you really believe. Very important. आप जो भी काम करते हैं, आपका बिलीव होना चाहिए. So it should not be cosmetic. आप कुछ भी करें. Even if somebody is cooking, तो जब तक आप उसमें इन्वॉल्व नहीं होंगे, उस वक्त तक कुकिंग अच्छी नहीं हो सकती. Same is the case in your office. Same is the case as a student. So इस वक्त अगर आप इस लेक्चर के अंदर अपने आप को इन्वॉल्व नहीं करेंगे, अगर आप फोकस नहीं करेंगे, अगर आप इसके अंदर सोचेंगे नहीं, तो जब तक आपका दिलो दिमाग इस लेक्चर के अंदर नहीं जाएगा, लर्निंग नहीं हो सकती. सो जो काम करें, जो भी अच्छा काम करें, उसके अंदर आपका बिलीफ होना चाहिए और वो बिलीफ नजर आना चाहिए आपके आउटपुट से, आपके आउटकम से. Talking about leadership, one of the most observed and least understood phenomena on earth is called leadership. According to James McGregor Burns, he is a political scientist. So everybody talks about leadership, leadership, leadership. But it is the least understood phenomena on earth. Very few people really understand this. So when we talk about leaders, we talk about Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. When we talk about leaders, we talk about Abdul Sattar Eidi. When we talk about leaders, we talk about Nelson Mandela. When we talk about leaders, we talk about Bill Gates. So we talk about Mother Teresa. So there are so many leaders we talk about. और यहाँ मैं आपको एडवाइस करूँगा कि आप मुख्तलिफ लीडर्स के बारे में पढ़ें, उनकी लाइफ के बारे में पढ़ें और देखें कि उन्होंने अपने बचपन से लेके अपनी जवानी तक और जब तक वो इस दुनिया में रहे, उनकी क्या क्या अचीवमेंट्स थी, उनकी क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स थे, उनकी क्या स्ट्रेंथ्स थी, उनकी क्या वीकनेसेस थी. आप उसका एनालिसिस करें एंड देन यू कंपेयर योर एटीट्यूड एंड बिहेवियर उन लीडर्स के साथ और आप देखें कि क्या डिफरेंस क्या है, आपको क्या करने की जरूरत है. जब आपको मौका मिले आप इंटरनेट पर सर्च करें और ब्राउजिंग करें और लीडर्स के बारे में देखें कि क्या क्या एग्जाम्पल्स हैं और उनको अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश करें. नाउ लीडरशिप इज constantly changing and survivors learn to change with it. According to Dr. Dennis Waitley in his Toastmasters series of 2012, he says that yesterday natural resources defined power, today knowledge is power. Now countries having more knowledge, they are the power. These days, yesterday leaders commanded and controlled, today leaders empower and coach. कमांड एंड कंट्रोल का दौर गुजर गया. अब हम बात करते हैं empowerment की and coaching की. And empower means that leaders who delegate, one man show नहीं करते ये. They delegate, they empower people. They delegate their authority, they delegate their powers. And then they coach, they guide, they motivate. Yesterday leaders were warriors. Today they are facilitators. Very important. पास्ट की जब हम बात करते हैं तो जो लोग वॉरियर्स हैं उनकी बात की जाती है एज ए लीडर, बट अब बात की जाती है फैसिलिटेटर्स की. Now, who is a facilitator? Facilitator is one who brings out the best in you. According to research, most of the people use 5 to 10% of their real potential. What about the remaining 90% of potential? अल्लाह ताला ने जो हमको पोटेंशियल दिया है, क्या उसको सही मानों में हम इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं? You know, the word impossible itself says that I am possible. So there is nothing impossible in this world. And facilitator is a person that helps you make that impossible possible. Yesterday leaders directed, today leaders delegate. So delegation is the key. Do not go for taking everything in your control. Delegate. Trust your followers. This is what Dr. Dennis Waitley says here. Now, this is one of the most beautiful definitions of leadership according to John Quincy Adams. It says, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Now, this is a beautiful definition. So, अगर आपको लगता है कि आपके एक्शंस की वजह से आपके इर्द गिर्द जो लोग हैं, आपके घर में, आपके ऑफिस में, आपके फ्रेंड्स में, आपके सोशल सर्कल में, अगर वो ज्यादा बेहतरी की तरफ जा रहे हैं, दे आर लाइक नाउ, like they are dreaming more, they are learning more, they are doing more, and they are becoming more, you are really a wonderful leader. Now, what do we learn from this definition? We learn that we should do something positive. मुझसे किसी ने पूछा कि एक इंसान की कितनी इज्जत होती है, तो मैंने जवाब दिया कि एक इंसान की उतनी ही इज्जत होती है जितनी वो अपनी आप की इज्जत करता है. और जो लोग अपनी बहुत इज्जत करते हैं वो बहुत सोच समझ के बात करते हैं. जो लोग अपनी बहुत इज्जत करते हैं वो नेगेटिव बात नहीं करते. सो पहले सोचो, फिर तोलो, फिर बोलो. एन इस्लामी बात है. तो जो लोग पहले सोचते हैं, फिर उसको तोलते हैं और फिर बोलते हैं, दे आर द लीडर्स. सो जब तक वर्ड्स आपके मुंह से निकल नहीं जाते, यू कंट्रोल वर्ड्स. और जब वर्ड्स आपके मुंह से डिलीवर हो गए, वर्ड्स कंट्रोल यू. सो व्हाई नॉट के वर्ड्स को डिलीवर करने से पहले हम उसको सोच लें और तोल लें. सो दैट कैन हेल्प यू टू बिकम a leader. Leadership is the influencing process of leaders and followers to achieve organizational objectives through change. Now, it is an influencing process, meaning that we motivate people. It has a positive impact on others. And whenever there are leaders, of course, we have followers as well. And if there are no followers, there are no leaders. And we try to achieve the organizational objectives through change. And that change is, we need to keep on improving our efficiency and effectiveness. And that is only possible with the help of leadership and motivation. Now, talking about the workforce management here, management is more than getting work done through people. It is developing people through work. If you want to improve your workforce management, then you need to improve the way you lead people. Very simple and comprehensive definition. So, the key is leadership. The better you lead people, the better results you can expect. And worst leadership means that worst results. So the secret of success lies in two words: leadership and motivation. Both go side by side. Leadership is about influence, the process of influencing others to understand and agree about what needs to be done and how to do it, and the process of facilitating individual and collective efforts to accomplish shared objectives according to UC 2006. Now, leadership occurs anywhere, whether it is a mosque, some business place, some ground, or some, any other commercial activity. So leadership occurs anywhere. Now, talking about the leader effectiveness, what results would we expect to see from a good leader? So these are the results from an effective leader. Performance, the job gets done. Now, people are only interested when you give results. If your process is wonderful, but if you do not give results, people will never appreciate. So it is all about results. And when we talk about results, there are two things: output and outcome. Output is desired objective, the target. And the outcome is improvement in your skills and abilities and competence. Now, positive changes in the skill and positive changes in results, both are required. And this is what the major responsibility of leader is. Motivation, followers are energized. Very important. We can never improve our performance without motivation. And that motivation comes from leader. So an ideal leader energizes his people. And when people are full of energy, when followers are full of energy, they can do anything. Efforts, followers try hard. Now, why we try hard? मुझे क्या जरूरत है थकने की? मुझे क्या जरूरत है सख्त मेहनत करने की? मुझे क्या जरूरत है बहुत ज्यादा सोच सोच के काम करने की? मुझे क्या जरूरत है अपनी बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस देने की? A leader can help me do that. Leader convince us, towards like smart work, hard work in a positive manner. And finally, satisfaction. Followers are satisfied, followers are happy. So when the followers are happy and satisfied, it means that we have a wonderful leader. And when followers are unhappy, when they are dissatisfied, it means that there is something wrong with the leadership style. Now, talking about the skills of effective leaders. Now, this slide is really very important. These are the major skills of effective leaders, starting from communication. Now, what is communication? you know, communication is sending and receiving information. It is a two-way communication, which means that when you say something to your follower as a leader, he or she understands, and when your follower says something to you, you understand. This is called two-way communication. Communication is the biggest problem in our organizations. Like people, you know, when they communicate, there are communication barriers. Like for example, language barriers. When people are using different languages without having proper understanding, there are, you know, other barriers like, for example, psychological barriers like age, income level, status, monetary status, things like that. Then we have the physical barriers. And then, so there are so many barriers. So a good leader has wonderful communication skills. Judgment. Now, in some cases, you need to be a good judge. When you do the decision making, sometimes what happens that you don't have enough time. You need to make on-the-spot decisions. So you need to give a judgment. You need to make a decision on the spot. And good leaders, effective leaders, they have wonderful judgment skills. And this judgment comes from their perception. And perceptions means the way we think. So effective leaders, they have, you know, strongest perceptions. Their thinking is really wonderful. And then flexibility. Flexibility means that how, like, you give importance to others' point of view. ये ना हो कि आप कहें कि जो मैं कहता हूं वो ठीक है. Why not कि 1 + 1 11 की हम बात करें, कि 1 और 1 11 की हम बात करें. Why not we start giving importance to other person's point of view, irrespective of his age, income level, social status, male, female. So we need to have a flexible personality. We should give respect to other person's point of view. We should respect the feeling of the other persons. And effective leaders, they have this skill. They have this characteristic. Another skill of an effective leader is sensitivity to others. Very important. So leaders who are sensitive to others means that they're caring. They take care of others. They give importance to the feelings of the other person. They do everything for the other persons. So they have a wonderful caring attitude and behavior. Another skill of effective leader is intelligence. They are highly intelligent, genius people. और यहाँ पे एक बात मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि there is one thing called common sense. And common sense is not common. And effective leaders, they have a wonderful common sense because they are intelligent people. They are keen observers. They know what is going on around them. They keep an eye on everything. They have 4 eyes. They're looking on our sides. So they are intelligent people. Another skill of effective leader is stability. Very important. They are highly persistent. So people who lack persistence, जैसे हम कहते हैं कि जो लोग मुस्तकिल मिजाज नहीं होते, they can not become a leader. सो स्टेबिलिटी इन योर थिंकिंग, मूडी तबीयत नहीं होनी चाहिए। और जहां हम बात करेंगे कि देयर आर टू टाइप ऑफ पर्संस, प्रोएक्टिव एंड रिएक्टिव। रिएक्टिव वो लोग हैं जब कुछ आपका एक्टिविटी में कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, आपका कोई काम ना हो, आपके रिजल्ट्स फेलियर की तरफ जा रहे हैं, तो जब कुछ बुरा हो जाए तो उसको ठीक करने की कोशिश करते हैं। दे आर कॉल्ड रिएक्टिव पीपल। एंड द प्रोएक्टिव पीपल मीन्स पीपल हु प्लान इन एडवांस। यू नो, दे आर नॉट मूडी। तो जो लोग मूडी तबीयत के होते हैं कि ठीक है आज मेरी तबीयत, आई एम हैप्पी, तो दे से यस यस यस, बट when they are not happy they say no to almost everything। तो जो लोग दूसरों को ब्लेम करते हैं, जो लोग हर वक्त दूसरों की बुराइयां करते हैं, जो लोग हर वक्त लेग पुलिंग करते हैं ऑफिस में, दे आर रिएक्टिव। और जो प्रोएक्टिव पर्संस हैं, दे आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल पीपल, दे हैव ए रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को अगर आप अलग-अलग लिखें, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, so proactive people have the ability to choose their responses। और एक फिलोसोफर ने बड़ी खूबसूरत बात की कि इस दुनिया में तमाम प्रॉब्लम्स ह्यूमंस की क्रिएटेड है। ह्यूमंस क्रिएट प्रॉब्लम्स। तो इन प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने के लिए वी नीड ए डीपर लेवल ऑफ थिंकिंग। We need to have a highly persistent approach, and stability can give us that. So this is one of the most skills of effective leaders in the world. Then talking about the self-confidence, I think everybody agrees that confidence is the key. Without confidence, we cannot move forward. Even you know everything, but if you have lack of confidence, तो जो काम होना है वो भी नहीं होगा। So we should keep on improving our confidence level, and practice can help you do that. Dominance. This is another major skill of effective leaders. So in dominance, what you do is, you know, people who are good critical thinkers, you know, whatever they say, whatever they do, it has a very strong logic. So when people, when they talk with logic. When people they work with logic. So that creates their dominance. And finally, we talked about high energy. You know, effective leaders, they are full of energy. They are highly motivated. They are not lazy people. They are highly active people. So in nutshell, when we look at this slide, all these skills of effective leaders are like prerequisites. So we need to keep on improving in all of these areas in order to become a wonderful, effective leader. Thank you very much. Or I hope that with the help of today's lecture, we are better able to understand the concept of leadership and motivation. Inshallah, see you all in the next lecture. Khuda Hafiz.